Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Degenerate Disseminators podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Solo episode today, guys. Daniel's out being social, and I gotta, keep these picks rolling. Hope you guys had a good week as we head into the weekend here. Action-packed Saturday, if I've ever seen one. Before we dive into anything, though, gotta recap. Um, the Cavaliers absolutely smack the Nuggets. If you took the over on that game. I'm jealous. Whether they hit for like 270 or something, 280, 280 points. It was ridiculous. Um, Timberwolves break our hearts. Anthony Edwards. I hate you for lack of a better way to put it. But they hit a very clutch three with like 20 seconds left in the game. Um, was hoping the Rockets would come through and get the lead back, but they did not. And then Knights just took the lead up 4-3. So could be looking at a 2-1 night here. I don't want to say anything official yet, but we can read discuss this game as it ends. But as of right now, 1-1, so even on the day. Like I said, busy Saturday. We got NFL. We have three NFL games on a Saturday, which is awesome. We have some bowl games going on for college, and then obviously NBA, NHL going on as well. But today I'm gonna be starting with the Broncos at the Bengals. I love this matchup so much. I've spoken very highly about this Broncos team throughout the whole season. I love watching them play. They're very good on both ends of the ball. Very good all around team. And Bo Nix I think he'll be a problem in a couple years. But for both of these teams, this is really a must-win game. The Bengals win here. Really, if they lose, they're eliminated from playoff contention. So just to keep the hope alive, they need to win here. And with the Broncos win here, they do clinch that playoff spot. Um, I do think the Broncos could win this game 100%. I would like them to, in all honesty, but I don't know. It's really hard to count Joe Burrow out at the end of the day. And excuse me, the Broncos are only catching a plus 3 points as underdogs here. If it was a little more, I'd be more inclined to do it. But I don't know. I just don't think three is enough. So I'm gonna be looking at something else for this game. Like I said, the Broncos have proven throughout this whole season they can be decent on both sides of the ball in terms of offense and defense. But we look at this Bengals team; they're very one dimensional. Their offense is amazing, especially their passing offense. I believe they're still ranked number one in the NFL. If not, they have to be at least top three. I know last time we talked about the Bengals, they were number one. But yeah, very one dimensional in that aspect. The Broncos are going to score on this team. They put up 27 points on the Chargers just in their last game. Uh, they lost, but hey, 27 points, not bad at all for a rookie-led offense. Um, but like I just said, the Bengals also do have well, it's not even a decent offense. They have one of the best offenses in the league. I think both teams are going to score here. I do see this game going either way. I would be happier if the Broncos won, but can't count out Joe Burrow. And I know in their last five matchups, the lowest amount of points that these two teams have scored is both sitting at 27. Um, all right, there's a ghost, I guess. But if they just do that again, if they're both putting up 27 points around ballpark, maybe we'll see. They're going to clear this over line. I caught it at 49.5. I think it's jumped up to 50.5 now. I still think you should take it. Both teams are going to score. One of these teams could run away with the game. Either one, really. I do think that the defensive pressure against Joe Burrow could be a problem. Um, but the Bengals are capable of making up these huge chunk plays and getting lots of yards very quickly. So as long as he's evading some of it, I think the Bengals are going to score. So yeah, I like this 49.5 point line. So we're gonna do it. First bet of the day. I believe this is a 1 o'clock start. Don't quote me on that. I think it is. I think that's how I organize these, but whatever, irregardless. So first pick of the day, 49.5 points of the Broncos at the Bengals for 1.1 units, I believe. Yes, there we go. Awesome. Moving on, we're gonna keep it in the NFL. We're looking at the Chargers at the Patriots. Um, it's a good spot for the Chargers here as well. They do clinch with a win. Um, I think it's very feasible if they win this game. They're going against a 3-12 Patriots team. The Patriots have been looking a little better offensively, but I think they're just getting a little gassed up because they had a close loss to the Bills last week. The Chargers only catching 5.5 points as favorites here. I just don't understand. I really don't get it. Why would we not take points less than a touchdown for this Chargers team? That's about to clinch a playoff spot against Patriots. That makes no sense. In terms of both passing and offense. Sorry, in terms of both offense and defense, there's not really that big of a discrepancy. The Chargers are a few places higher in both of those categories. But the Chargers have been really good against the spread this season. 10-5 overall, 8-2 as favorites, and 5-2 on the road. All good numbers there. Definitely a better trending team than the Patriots. And like I just said, it's a very good spot for the Chargers here to just clinch this playoff spot. Rather than having to try and pull something out in the last week, I think they get it done here, and I think they get it done in impressive fashion. Give me the Chargers at -5.5 or 1.1 units as well. Although Daniel's not here, he did give me his pick for hockey. We are looking at the New York Rangers taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. I don't know what's up with this Rangers team. They're not good. And just being on the road against Tampa, that's just not a good matchup for really anybody at the moment. But we're gonna look at some games between today and back to November 25th, and let's just really dive into how bad this Rangers team is. All right, they face the Blues at home. They lose 5-2. They take on the Hurricanes on the road, lose 4-3. Hurricanes are a good team. Whatever. Take on the Flyers on the road, lose 3-1. Flyers haven't been too bad this year either. Rangers get a home win, 4-3. Whatever. They get destroyed 5-1 at home to the Devils. They win 4-2 against the Penguins at home, blah, blah, blah. They let the Kraken put up 7 goals on them at home. They lose 7-5. And then after that, the little homestand they got here, they lose to the Blackhawks outright 2-1. If you've listened to our past episodes, our stance on the Blackhawks. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They squeak away a win 3-2 to the Sabres following that, and then lose to the Kings 5-1 at once again at home. And let me see here. They play the Blues again. Lose 3-2. They lose 2-0 to the Predators. They beat the Stars 3-1 on the road, which is very unusual given all the games we just spoke about. Then they lose 3-1 to the Hurricanes on the at home again, sorry. And then they lose 5-0 to the Devils. This reminds me of like the Miami Dolphins. I'm not gonna lie. They just can't. They really can't beat a team over 500. Rangers have seen better days on the road. This is not just not a good spot for them. I think they definitely, I don't know if it's their coaching. Maybe they need to move some players around, get some more support. I don't know. But they're not winning games that matter, it seems. And I think this is a game that matters. And Tampa Bay is catching what are the odds? Let me see. What, plus 145 for the spread of -1.5. That's a slam if I've ever seen one. So yeah, give me the Lightning to take it down at home against this lackluster Rangers team. Since it's at plus 145, we're only going to be putting 0.7 units on it. Get a nice little come up there. And then for the last game of the evening, or the day, I know a lot of these games are early. We're looking at Iowa State versus the University of Miami. And I forgot the name of the bowl. Some of these names have been getting ridiculous. It's taking place in Camping World Stadium, which if you guys don't know is in Orlando, Florida. So I do think that Miami's going to have more of a home crowd feel. Both of these teams had very unfortunate losses to close out the season. Iowa State gets blown out by is it Arizona? No, Arizona State, I believe. I know it was one of the Arizona schools. I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now. But yeah, they get blown out by 20 plus, and then loses to Syracuse. I believe it was Syracuse. Sorry guys, it's 1 in the morning. I need to stop doing these late episodes. But they lose their last game of the season to not only eliminate them from the ACC championship game, but also the college football playoffs. And I think Ashton Genty should have won the Heisman, and I I don't I really didn't think it was up for discussion. But I also think Cam Ward would have been a better Heisman candidate than Travis Hunter. I think he feels the same way. He is playing in this game. I think he's gonna go out there, light up this lackluster defense of Iowa State. But on the flip side of that, Miami's defense is also pretty. It's very wishy washy. Um, we've seen these teams both score a lot of points against pretty solid teams throughout the regular season. But I think this is a very this is more of a personal game for each of these teams. They want to kind of erase these losses, and they're both gonna come out swinging. The over is kind of high. It's sitting at 57.5. But both teams can score, and like I said, they're really not good defensively. Either one of them, they're not that good. Offensively, yes, especially Miami. I think they had the second ranked passing offense throughout the regular season of college football. But I think both teams have the ability to score, and I think they're both looking to make a statement here. Try maybe erase the fraud accusations. I do like in this game a little more. I think they're sitting at 4.5 points. If you want to take it, I'm not gonna be mad. But I do think this game is back and forth. I think we see a lot of action. So I'm gonna be taking the over 57.5 points for 1.1 units to wrap up Saturday's bets. And I got no water, dude. I don't know if you guys I don't know how to explain it. This recording this episode is really put into perspective. I don't really talk for like long periods of time like that much. So when I'm doing a solo episode, especially, my mouth be getting dry as hell. But I digress. To recap really quick as we head into the weekend here, taking the Lightning at -1.5 at home for 0.7 units. Taking over 57.5 points for Iowa State versus University of Miami for 1.1 units. We'll be taking the Chargers at -5.5 against the Patriots for 1.1 units. And we'll be taking the over 49.5 points for the Broncos at Bengals game for 1.15 units. Busy day. There's too much going on. There's still some games I have to look at. I know I mentioned it before, but if you guys aren't already, check us out on Instagram at DD Sports Podcast. There are a few other games I want to look at, and if I find anything good, I will definitely be posting some more free picks on there. And I do see that the Knights are now up 5-3, so let's just say this game ends now. We ended Friday as 2-1. Cool, back-to-back winning days. I'll take it. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it, but see if we can roll it. Keep the ball rolling 3 days in a row, and we will see you guys for Sunday.